Hello, and welcome to today's national debate. Today's debate will be taking place between King Henry IV and Sir Harry Percy. Tensions are high and much are at stake. Many believe that the outcome of this debate will greatly impact the future of this country. Now here's Nick, our moderator for the day.
Thank you, Blake. Today we will start with a word from our participants. King Henry?
Thank you, Nicholas. To begin with, I would like to thank my loyal subjects who have supported me as our nation faces these difficult times. Today, I hope to convey my views and interests and goals for the future of our nation. It is imperative that we reach a peaceful solution because a civil war will destroy the integrity at which our nation was founded upon. I ask of each and every one of you to think of how a civil war will affect your lives. It will rob away your sons and husbands from your homes.
Thank you, Henry, but I'm afraid that's all the time you have. Now to Hotspur.
Thank you. Today, I wish to convey my own views, and how my views are different from King Henry's. This man has misled our nation. He has led us to believe that he is above everyone else. And furthermore, if we continue under his leadership, our nation's future will be in ruins. I am prepared to fight for my beliefs, as well as for the good of the nation.
Okay, Hotspur, first off...
Alright, that's enough. Now, let's get on with the debate. Okay, so our first question is, what qualifies you to be the ruler of this nation?
Well, that's a good question, Nick. I have served my country well for a number of years. I know what it takes to be an effective ruler and to control a nation. I have been in the position of those that I ruled before, and I know what it is like to have opposing views on how a nation should be run. I used to be a soldier, just like Hotspur over here, and I used to suffer under the wrath of King Richard. I had the purest intentions when I overthrew him, as I was doing it for the nation, not for myself. Since I have been king, I have led the nation in a better direction. And now we stand united as one. The people are better off since I have been king.
Thank you, Henry. Now to you, Hotspur.
Thank you. I would like to introduce myself, first and foremost, as a loyal citizen of this country. I want to consider these revolts that have been taking place more of a personal attempt to bring down a corrupt king, as opposed to seizing power from a fully functioning government.
How could anyone in their right
Okay,
mind...
Henry. Hotspur, it's your turn right now. Please continue.
Thank you. As I was saying, as a loyal soldier of this nation, I have often fought the battles of King Henry, and know from first-hand experience that he does not hold good intentions in his heart, but rather he seeks for any means to increase his own personal power. I used to be a complacent soldier, and even convinced myself that Henry works for the good of his nation. But no, this is not so. Since his rise to power, he has shown that he is nothing but greedy and...
Okay, I am not great.
Henry, we're trying to have a debate here. Wait until it's your turn. Hotspur.
Again, as I was saying, from wars for more land to the violent outcasts of those he deems as traitors, Henry has proven that he will do whatever it takes to stay in power. Recently, this became clear to me. When my uncle Mortimer was being held for ransom by the rebels, King Henry did not find it worth his time or his money to pay the ransom that was being held for Mortimer, even though he was proven to be a devout ally and has assisted Henry multiple times when he was in need. Has Henry not forgotten who it was that made him rise to power?
Thank you. And now to our next question. How will you lead this nation in the future?
First off, I would like to address your previous claim that I'm greedy and only work for myself. I've ruled this country for many years, and I've been loyal to the people.
Okay, you're a liar.
Hotspur, that's enough. Wait for your turn.
Thank you, Nicholas. The people of this nation are my first and foremost concern, not myself. I work tirelessly for their freedom, as well as their protection from rebels from foreign nations. When I took the crown from Richard, this nation was in very poor condition, and Richard had very little decency. He was not qualified to be a king.
He was far more qualified than you'll ever be.
Alright, that's enough.
I know exactly what it takes to rule a great nation like our own, and I've been doing so for the past several years. Although I sometimes might appear harsh in my decisions, such as the decision not to pay ransom for Mortimer, I assure you that it is all out of goodwill.
You didn't pay the ransom because
Hotspur.
you were afraid of him.
Hotspur.
Hotspur, I had no intention of letting Mortimer sit in the hands of our enemies. I'm still very much aware of the assistance he lent me to my rise of power. As a king and ruler of this great country, I seek to preserve the unity of this nation, at whatever cost that may be. However, for this goal to be realized, I need the support of my people. So today I ask all of you, as my great fellow countrymen, to stand behind me in my efforts to preserve this great nation and fight the rebels who seek to destroy it. As our leader, I will see that this nation holds strong through the battles that are soon to come.
Thank you, Henry. Now to you, Hotspur.
I myself would make a much better leader than Henry. I hold great pride in this nation and hate to see the way that he has steered our country in these past years. As a ruler, I would hold nothing but the purest of intentions for the future of our nation. I would never work out of greed, which I fear King Henry does so often.
Well, how exactly would you lead this nation?
Well, I will lead the nation with the purest of intentions and lead it on a decent course, unlike Henry has.
Thank you, Hotspur. Now we go to our closing statements. Hotspur.
Well, I would make a much better ruler than Henry and lead this country better. A movement is necessary to overthrow this corrupt ruler, and I will lead this movement and become this nation's future.
Thank you, Hotspur. And now to you, Henry.
Thank you, Nick. As a ruler of this nation, I have and will continue to rule to the best of my abilities. I have made countless sacrifices for the good of the people, and their well-being is my sole interest. I do not wish to fight Hotspur, and much rather would come to a peaceful solution. But if he insists on fighting, I will fight to defend the integrity of this nation. Hotspur here has not done one thing that is helpful for this country. He has gone out and slaughtered innocent men on the battlefield. He claims he would make a better ruler than me, but he has given no concrete facts. All he has said is, I would make a better ruler, or I have done a much better job. So I feel that I would make a much more competent leader than Hotspur.
Thank you, Henry and Hotspur. This concludes our debate. Now back to you, Blake.
Wow, that was an intense debate. I hope Henry and Hotspur will come to a mutual agreement for the benefit of the country. Nobody wants to see this great nation embroiled in a civil war. From Palace News, I am Blake Mastrangelo signing off. God bless and good night.